Yu-Gi-Oh! 2023 world champion Polly Aronson was just banned for cheating. They were the first ever US victor and also, I believe, the first ever world champion to be banned for cheating. This is what they stated. Konami says unsporting conduct, cheating. This is their own words. And they banned him for 6 months. Sorry guys, haha, I'll be making a post soon telling the story. So first of all, the severity of them classifying what you did as cheating is a really big deal, but at the same time, the ban is just for 6 months, and there could be a lot of different reactions to that's too long or that's not enough if they really did commit what was considered cheating. The classifications for cheating being the most severe thing that Konami could say that you did is any of these. Cheating on sportsman conduct. Cheating is generally classified by intent. So the usual case when someone is called a cheater at a YCS or a big tournament is everyone will come to that player's defense and say, you can't prove it was cheating, you can't prove their intent, it could have been a mistake, they didn't mean to do this. So is this the same case here? Can we really prove the intent that Polly, the world champion, did intend to cheat and gain an unfair advantage? This is what they said. Polly Aronson on Twitter, today I received a 6-month suspension from organized play. Too long didn't read. I accidentally registered for a remote regional with a non-viable deck list I dropped, then re-registered taking a round 1 loss with a corrected deck list. I thought this was okay because I was taking the round 1 loss, so it seemed no different than someone just late regging in the first place. And there's a bit more, we'll get into that in a bit. So what should have happened instead of them being banned for cheating and doing what they did? Well, the penalty game loss is appropriate if the deck list does not match the contents of the deck and the duelist does not catch the errors before round 1 begins. So they're believing that they would have received a full round 1 loss, but what I'm seeing here is they would have just received a game loss, but then what happens afterward is maybe what Polly did not want to do for the event, and that is they don't let you just fully correct your deck list with whatever cards you want. They're going to require you to fix your deck list with whatever you submitted from your side deck. If removing the illegal copies makes the deck illegal, the duelist may add only enough cards to the deck from the side deck to make the deck legal. And I think this is the biggest point of contention if they knew this, that if they were to have to correct their deck list round 1 even after just a game loss, that the entire event would be ruined for them because they're missing core cards of their deck as per their post. They forgot key cards. They stated that I forgot Purely Happy Memory and Delicious Memory, and those are huge cards. You can't just replace those with the side deck. So they thought, okay, I'll just drop out of the event, take an entire round 1 loss, which is better than having to replace these cards for the entire event. And I guess that's where the issue of intent comes, where was this intentional? Did they know that their deck would suck for the entire event? So they took a round 1 loss instead of a game loss plus fixing their deck. And you tell me, should Konami have banned them for 6 months for this? Was it severe enough? I do think there was enough intent here. I mean, they made a blatant mistake. And I think the most correct thing obviously would have been, hey, judge, what can I do here? Maybe the event has not even begun yet, and I just want to fix my deck list. I forgot 2 cards. And did they fear that they would be forcing them to fix it with the side deck? And maybe that's the whole issue here. So maybe this entire being made an example out of this is for good purpose, that they really should not have done this and they did know better. You tell me that. Now, there's another instance equatable to maybe something like this that you could tell me if you think Konami generally is overstepping their banning, because, you know, they should at least have been disqualified from the event, sure, but to extend it into a 6-month ban, that's where a lot of people are saying the overstep is happening. And I bring up the Sword Soul token event because someone in a deck profile said, hey, you know, jokingly, you could say this, you're trying to be friendly on a deck profile, whatever intent that you want to prescribe to the player here, is that they go, yeah, I'm not playing Sword Soul, but I have a Sword Soul token so that my opponent thinks I'm playing Sword Soul, hee hee ha ha, and maybe the deck profile interviewer also laughed. And then Konami watched that and they didn't like that. They banned that player for that. So if you were to, let's say, show up to an event with Trap Tricks t-shirts and then you say in a deck interview, I'm sure it's all allowed to do this, but you can't then say, I'm wearing the t-shirt for the purpose of tricking my opponents into thinking that I am in fact playing Trap Tricks. They're probably going to think something else of you, but Konami would not like that. What else? We also have the famous banning of Triff, where even though it is commonplace in tournaments to play cards in your side deck that either gain life points or deal life point damage, because in time, that's going to be who the winner is. Whoever's at higher life points after time is called. He jokingly said, oh, you know, I will stall and then burn for 800 damage with Gaga Cowboy. So while it's allowed to play these cards, as you can see, these are in tournament topping side deck lists for, I would say, the main purpose to win in time. You just can't say it's for that reason, or you at least cannot say you're stalling to ensure that you could win for that reason. I do believe you should be able to say that, yeah, I play this in the side deck because of time, but I don't manipulate the time and I don't stall on purpose to ensure that I win in time because I'm gaining life points. And I think beyond all that, I will let you know that I will be leaking. That's right. Something I'm banned for from the TCG for leaking in Master Duel. This Sunday, I'm going to be leaking cards from the new pack. I'm going to be leaking a big new deck type, so look out for it. This is not a hint towards what I'm leaking. This is just whatever, non-release cards. And I'll see you on Twitch. I'll see you on YouTube. Let me know if you enjoyed this nice casual story. I may cover some other random news like this anyway. I've been sick for 2 weeks straight now. I have a backlog of videos I wanted to record, but I'm feeling too sick. I'm not feeling hype enough to go into it. So I thought, hey, let's break the ice with this video and see if you all enjoyed that. With that said, we are out. Thank you very much. Goodbye.